You tell the going to get your friend's kid from the trap house story?
Ugh, that's a dark one.
Without, obviously, she's fine, by the way, I should say, right? She wasn't the reason the kid was in the trap house.
No.
It was the man piece.
Yeah. She, friend of mine, I don't even remember her name. This was so long ago.
You don't need to know it for this anyways.
I'm going back in the archives of my brain. But she asked me if I would go to her husband's house because I was running with a bad crowd. This is what happened. This is what happened, y'all. I was running with a bad crowd, and I was doing it's even now, like, because when I smoke weed now, people are like, you don't really smoke weed. I'm like, but I do.
You do.
That's how when I was doing drugs and like being crazy, I would do like the least amount of everybody, and because I always like didn't want to freak out, you know.
Yeah.
So she was like, you know, my husband's into bad stuff and I need to get my kids, and she was in a bad place anyway. She was a drinker or whatever. So we go over to her husband's house. She kicked down the door because nobody was answering the door, and the house was, I've just never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. It was absolutely destroyed. All of the vents on the floor were ripped up. Every window was covered with like a blanket. All the blinds were just like on the floor.
Seems normal to me so far.
There were dirty, like,
seems normal to me.
There were like dirty diapers all over the floor.
That's different.
There were clean diapers on the floor. Everything was on the floor. There was like barely any furniture. And there was one gentleman in a chair.
You want to go with gentleman?
There was a person in a chair, and there was porn on the TV. And she just busted out in tears because, like, that's where her kids have been living. Yeah. Her kids weren't there.
And he looked at you, right, and didn't stop?
Oh, he didn't stop.
And then didn't break?
Didn't break.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even her husband. That was, like, someone she didn't even know.
But it's still, that's still bad.
Well, and at this point, I'd never seen anything that dark in my life. I was like, this is dark.
Yeah.
You know? And then I remember the following week, a friend of mine from high school came to visit me. And she was like, so what do you like to do? And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, I like to get fucked up. Like, that's all I like to do, you know? And I remember that one question just like echoing in my head for like 2 years. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be around these people. I can't run with these people. I can't, you know, like, have to get out of this.
Amanda used to sell MDMA.
I used to sell ecstasy for a while. And I used to wait tables on ecstasy.
You piece of you scum of the earth.
It was, I almost got shot one time playing a spades game.
Yeah, you can't fuck around playing spades. Yeah, you should know that.
I was playing spades. We were out by the pool, and I was like, book. And I was just talking a bunch of shit. And then the dude just like pulled a gun out of his pocket and put it on the table. And I was like,
yeah, that's a great...
Maybe, I don't know.
That's a great method. Okay. I wish I had that more in my personal life.
He literally did not say a word. He just put the gun on the table, and I was like...
Didn't need to.
I was like, I can have two, maybe. Have two.
Yeah. Spades is fun. I've never played spades in a place where I had access to my car.